Welcome to Drive Time. Rob Weingart and Jenna Lane, your hosts for Sports Talk Florida Live on AM 1040 The Team, Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. in the Tampa Bay radio market. Behind us, Raymond James Stadium, where this Sunday, the Buccaneers get a visit from America's team. And with America's team comes Greg Hardy.
Well, and this situation has been going on now for quite some time, but the latest twist, of course, was Friday when Deadspin released that piece that included photos that no one had ever seen before of the victim. And I think it was really shocking for people, even though I don't think that a lot of us need to see photos of a domestic violence victim to know that domestic violence is very serious. We did see some footage of Ray Rice's incident, and you could see there, I think a lot of people were just shocked by how bad it was. But with these photos, and then combined with his attitude, the fact that his first press conference back, he said he was coming out guns a-blazing. You look back at those photos, and it's like, oh my gosh. And I think that just rehashes a lot of emotion for people.
Well, we like to give our athletes the benefit of the doubt, whether we want to admit to that or not. Greg Hardy had always been unapologetic. He always said he hadn't done anything wrong. Well, the photographic evidence kind of takes all of that off the table. So no longer can you turn your eyes away. So suddenly, there's outrage, when really there should have been outrage when the Cowboys signed him in the first place.
And you saw that outrage come out a little bit from some of the Eagles players who were quoted. They played the Cowboys this past week, and Jason Kels had put out a couple tweets there saying that he had no respect for men that abuse women. He had no respect for rapists. And, well, you know who that was directed at. So it'll be really interesting to see how the Bucs and other teams move forward, especially now that players are speaking out. Usually players tend to kind of have their own fraternity. You don't typically, unless it's like some kind of a big rivalry there, Michael Crabtree, Richard Sherman, usually they don't bash each other in the media. Usually they kind of have each other's backs. But in a situation like this, it's really hard to stick up for a guy. And you've noticed nobody's really stuck up for him as far as character goes.
How can you?
Even Richie Incognito, though, had people sticking up for him. Even I think Adrian Peterson had more support. Nobody is sticking up for Greg Hardy. What does that say?
It says it is what it is. He's a despicable human being. There hasn't been a single moment of apology or contrition, except for a little half-hearted tweet after the pictures became public. Now, here's the thing. Greg Hardy has already served his National Football League mandated penalty for this offense. He's not going to be disciplined any further. They can't do that. It's the Dallas Cowboys who have chosen to employ him, and they kind of knew how serious this was when Jerry Jones gave him the job. So if you are a fan of America's team, you have to choose whether you are going to support the team that chooses to employ this individual. And if you're a fan of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you can let your feelings be known this Sunday.
Well, definitely. And also, too, let's not forget, multiple reports put it out there, and I think it's pretty well known within Bucs circles that the Bucs put out an inquiry for him as well. Do I think that maybe they would have signed him had they done more and more research? We don't really know. But all we can say is that, you know what, the Bucs did put out an inquiry there. They were interested in him, too. And a number of fans at the time were disappointed that they didn't get him. Let's not lose sight of that either. Let's not just single out the Cowboys.
We'll see what happens on Sunday. Greg Hardy coming to Tampa.